Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elias, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were trying our hardest to make this guy, the Gorgomillis. This flower eats food to produce mana, and it produces a lot of mana. To the point of eventually we're going to have a system set up where this guy is going to be feeding a system of mana spreaders with droppers next to them, set to a timer so that it hits perfectly perfect. But that's going to be a while. Not that long, but a little while. So today, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of work trying to progress with magic a little bit more. So the next big thing in all of this is to get let's see, in order to get to the next part, we're going to want to get a little bit more witchery done so that we can get access to the Alchemy Catalyst, which will allow us to make the next blood orb. So that is kind of what we're going to work towards today, is the Alchemy Catalyst. Now, as you can see, I have some stuff set up for some other things, but we'll get to that in a moment. First of all, I kind of want to talk about what I did off camera. So as you can see, I moved the witchery stuff to right here. This island is going to eventually be witchery and Botania. So I cut down the paperbark tree. I had to throw the logs over into the void because you couldn't do anything with them. I don't know why. There is a cow over there. I thought I was missing a cow. I need to move these animals at some point. I really get tired of dealing with them. So I moved witchery. We're gonna have witchery and Botania on this island. We're gonna have blood magic over there, and I think over there is going to be Thaumcraft because we've already got some stuff set up, don't we? Wait, no, this is witchery. So we'll want to move this eventually. We'll probably keep that for the cauldron over there, but I might make another guy. So yeah, we're gonna want, actually we're gonna want to keep that, but I just wanted to break that like so, just so that I can get this back. Whoa, I sprinted. So yeah, let's put that back, and I'll break that open for later, and then we'll do something similar over here. So the cauldron will want like here, and the reason being is we're gonna probably do some stuff, some magical stuff to make this a little bit better, but we'll do with that here in a little bit. But yeah, so the last island over here is going to be bees. I think that'll be the best, because honestly, Botania doesn't need too much space. Witchery needs a little bit of space, but not that much. And blood magic and Thaumcraft are going to need some of the most space for a lot of the stuff. And then yeah, bees are going to need a lot of room once we get those going, which we're going to work on that a little bit today. There is some stuff I want to get into with bees. So before we do all that, I think that was about all that I worked on between episodes. I did set this guy to extract round robin. I didn't have that activated, so these guys were not both getting cobblestone. They are now. So we are at 500 millibuckets, almost 600, and this guy is almost out of uranium, and this guy is nearly depleted. So I'm going to let them both deplete, and then I'm going to cycle them through and get more, and then run them again. So yeah, that is the plan with that. But other than that, not really doing anything else between episodes. I did make some more seed oil. I switched this around just to make so any seed oil I make goes straight into the seed drum. I got a bunch of wheat which is why I had to do that. Basically, I kept a paperwork sapling in here just in case we ever want to do this again. I made a stack of silk meshes and a whole bunch of hay bales for hives, and yeah, all of that wheat. All I did was use bone meal, and I just kind of spam clicked it. The wheat is right over there. You can kind of see it right there. So I got a lot of seeds from that, and I just threw them into the squeezer. So you might notice something is missing from this. It's because it's right here. Let's go ahead and make a stack of culinary generators, and that's it. I will deal with making those better later, but that's all I wanted to do for that for right now. So let's open this uncommon treasure. We got a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about. Splash potion goes in there. Rings go in there. And I want to start looking at the clipboard. So this was the big thing that took me forever. I actually had to get a piece of paper because this is really insane. So the infinity bee, that is what will unlock Gindustry for us. And if we can unlock Gindustry, we can get some really good bees, and we can make super bees and do all that kind of stuff very easily. Until then, we have to do it the intended forestry way, and it's terrible. It takes a lot of time and effort. There's a couple things we can do to kind of speed up the stuff. This guy, the mutator, is something we can use. But in order to get all this, we need the alveary, which we're going to go after basically as soon as we can. How do you even spell alveary? Okay. That's how you spell alveary. So alveary blocks require scented paneling, which requires a little bit of honey, easy, but it requires pollen and royal jelly. Neither of those we have access to. Royal jelly comes from imperial drones, and the pollen comes from industrious. Plus jaded, but industrious. We can't actually get jaded except for this, I don't believe, because, yeah, can only be bred by Jaded Cat, which is, she is known for bees. She was like one of the first people that did all of the actual vanilla bee breeding, or forestry vanilla bee breeding. And she also made the Agrarian Skies mod packs, plus a couple other Magic Farm, I think, but we're not her, so our name is not hers. So we have to do the industrious, and if we ever want the jaded bee, which not really any reason to, we would have to use Gindustry. That all being said, once we get the industrious and imperial, we can make an alveary, and then we can use an alveary to guarantee breeds, mutations. So that's going to make our lives a little bit easier, but we have to get there first. Now, here's the thing: the infinity bee requires energetic, which that's not actually bad. It's the silicon that's terrible. Requires ferrous and skystone. Skystone is the worst one. Requires earthen and windy, which windy is the same as earthen. They just require slightly different mutation bases. We'll look at that when we get there. That's going to be a while. But then ferrous are not too bad. It's common and industrious. That's easy enough once we get the industrious bee. But the problem is these earthen and windy require supernatural and ethereal. Supernatural are charmed and enchanted. I don't know why there's an I there, but there is. Ethereal requires supernatural and arcane. Charmed is cultivated and eldritch. Yeah, there's a lot of steps. So we're going to get some more hives today, and we're going to probably make a couple more alvearies. No, what are these called? Apiaries. And hopefully make some stuff a little bit easier. So, what I want to do is I want to make 16. We're going to make 16 kind of fancy and 16 magical things. Actually, we're just going to make a whole bunch. We'll see how much we make of each, but we are going to need some sort of magical hive. And as you can see, there are all of these different magical hives that we can do. We can make resonating hives, which I don't even know what they all have in them. They're just magical bees. So that's what we're going to work towards today. To do that, we are going to need some thaumium. We're going to need a thaumium barrel. So actually, let's keep hive up, and we're going to need thaumium barrel. So this guy requires a little bit more thaumium and a single nugget. So we're going to need 4 more thaumium, which I have to remember what's the recipe. So it's mana steel with 4 magic. So we need 4 mana steel. This part I do know. Mana steel is the easiest to get from steel, correct? Yeah, steel gives you like next to no mana use. Iron is a little bit more more difficult. So we're going to get a little bit of mana steel, and we're going to turn this into some more stuff. So I want to get the hive bees, and I want to get all that kind of stuff going. But I'm going to move the bees over there and take care of them off camera, I think, because it's going to be a little bit of a pain. What am I doing? I need to throw this guy in here. So there we go. A little bit of mana steel, and now we need 16 magic, I do believe. And what's the easiest? What's the easiest way to get that? Potions. Potions would be really good. Some potions are incredibly good, but they all have a lot of other stuff to them. Netherwort wouldn't be bad. Blaze rods are really good. Same with blaze rods, but blaze rods are a little bit easier. I believe blaze powder is just, unfortunately, it's just the fire. So if I wanted blaze rods, I'd have to spawn them in and kill them. You know what? Sure, why not? So I think each one is like 2 plus a bunch of fire. I don't really care about the fire as much. So let's see how much. Yeah, 2. So every 2 is 1. We need 8 of these guys. We have 7. Luckily we have looting. Cool. So there's 9. We just put 1 of these guys in here, and we can go ahead and get all this stuff going. So we need a bucket. I should probably carry a bucket on me for now, because buckets are going to be super useful. Okay. So once this starts doing its thing, I also need my wand. Where? There we go. So we throw in the blaze rods. And there we go. Easy enough. That flies off to the heavens. Don't really care. And then we make our thaumium barrel. So in order to make the magical hives, what we need to do is we need to get witch water. Now, I have access to some witch water. You know what? That's the other thing I did, by the way. Over here, I put a drum down, and also this is, so the drum is now getting full. Is this taking too much cobblestone? Nope, it's keeping up. So this is just kind of doing its thing. And any redstone we put in there will get netherrack, which we're going to want 1 of those. Actually, no, we're not. But yeah, the lava drum is filling up. So let's fly up here. So much redstone. So let's grab, we have this hardened portable tank. What I want to do is I'm going to put this, let's see, those are all fluids out. Let's put this like right here. And we're going to just extract all that fluid. We could use pressurized fluid conduit. That might not be a bad idea. Or we get some transfer nodes liquid. Where is my transfer nodes liquid? This requires what? Ender pearl, bucket. The bucket's a little bit annoying, but I have extra into lapis, so let's do it this way. Just because it's going to give us a little bit more, a little bit ease of access type of thing. So bucket to lapis, transfer node. I think we need to iron as well. And just the ender pearl, which do I have them? I put them in a barrel over here to make things easier. How is this doing, by the way? Just fine. Cool. So this will give us transfer nodes. We can then use that to collect the witch water in our this guy, portable tank. And all we have to do is something like woo, I don't want those to attach. And that will slowly fill up. I also don't want that to attach. Cool. So, nice and easy, automatic way to get. Oh, those are item nodes. That's right. Because that was easier early on. So I'm just gonna let those set. We can put this guy over here. And yeah, so the way you make the magical hives, you need the mana infused, this mana infused artificial hive, but I can't see how to make that. Well, you have to look. So it's right here. You get the different hives depending on what kind of stuff you put with it. It does require some aspects. The unusual hive and the resonating hive are probably going to be the easiest ones to get, because this magic tallow requires some magic with some rotten flesh. Not that that's like super hard to do, but it's going to be annoying. And then the advanced magical hive, this is something that later we might want to look at. I don't know what kind of bees come out of this though, but the oblivion hives and all that kind of stuff. What is the mod called? Magic bees. Let's look up magic bees just to see. No idea. Yeah, so this, you know, you have these three. Wait, actually, those are Oblivion Hive. What was that called? There's a Deep Hive. So what's the Deep Hive? There's not even a image for it on any eye, so I have no idea where that's coming from. I don't even know if these exist. I'm assuming you can make them, but that is something we'll have to look at later. Anyways, let's go ahead and you've seen me make beehives and all that kind of stuff before. Once we get, let's get a bucket of the witch water. This is almost, wow, that is almost full. That doesn't take long at all. We just put that in there. Artificial hive. And now we have the mana infused artificial hive. And let's grab some amber. I think we have some. We should. I think we're getting that from sifting. Yes. We're also getting we're getting quicksilver drops, so it's 9 of these to, uh-oh, that's full. I just took 4 stacks. I went 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to start upgrading these barrels. I realize. How full is that? Okay, it's not very full. So we'll get a little bit of upgrades for that here in a moment, but I still have so much stuff on me. Alright, so we do this. 2, 3, 4. That doesn't have enough power, so let's use this one. And there's a resonating hive. So there's a couple other things that we're going to want to do relatively soon, but we're going to focus on some other stuff today. But let's get this taken care of. So if we want upgrades for the barrels, what are those called? Structure. These guys. So the structure stuff, we're going to want probably tier 2. So we're going to need a lot of fences and a lot of wood. So let's get a bunch of sticks. 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's enough for right now. And what I'll do is off camera I will upgrade all of those. And I don't know if I'm going to put void upgrades on all of them. I did not mean to make 4 of those. Dang it. So we need to get to the Mark II in order to do void upgrades. Which is just 2 pistons and a piece of obsidian. So 1, 2. And this is easy enough. So we'll do this. Anything else almost full? Not really. I mean, that is. And yeah, so we need to have a tier 2 to have the upgrade slots. You can kind of see that. So that one has 0. This one, where's one that did? This one has 1. This one has 3. The void upgrade requires 2 slots, so we have to at least upgrade it to the tier 2 to do that. I needed some redstone. I forgot about that. So we'll get the redstone. And just a piece of obsidian, which is something I'm still debating whether or not I should continue producing or if it's good how it is. I'm thinking it's good how it is, but I'm gonna throw this stuff in here. And there's the void upgrade and crisis averted for now. So now this will void out any excess items, so that will suck up the it'll still suck up the bone meal from down below, and I don't have to worry about it, so that's good. Let's go ahead and make sure that that is working just fine. Yep, it is. Cool. So that is full, so I can make 32 more magical hives, and I want to go ahead and just fly over here and land and put this guy down. Whoa, I forgot my jetpack was on. I know I was just using it, but I still forgot that it was on. So then we can break this, and we have sorceress drones, and this is a pristine, so we can go ahead and we're gonna turn that off. I didn't want to do that. Oh well. Break that and we'll replace it. What I need to do is have a lever. I'll set that up. In out, extract, never active, self-feed enabled. Yeah. So I want something like that. Let's go ahead. And we have a bunch of common drones in there now, and can we put, just fill that up with common drones. We don't need common drones anymore. So I'm gonna let this guy die. And we got a whole bunch of mundane combs. Now these can be used to make honey, magical wax, which is used for some different things, and just beeswax, so kind of normal. I'm going to put these in here, and we'll put these guys in here. Now, I don't know. Let's take a look. Just flowers. Okay. So this can be used to make the common. It's still a hive bee. There's going to be a lot of common stuff cultivated, but it's also used to make eldritch, which is the it's the sort of it's the common / cultivated of the magical bees. So sorcerers and cultivated is what makes that. So eventually I will get to that, but we'll worry about that later. What is that bee? Cultivated. We do have a purebred cultivated, but bees. I will do that off camera. I will start working on that some more, and I'll try to get some stuff done with that before next episode. We'll see. We'll see what all I can do. But now it's time to actually start working on what I want to get to, which is the Alchemy Catalyst. So the Alchemy Catalyst looks a little bit more intimidating than it actually is. We're going to need to go kill some more blazes, which shouldn't be a problem. Unless I do have some more blaze rods. Okay, so we're going to need... Hold on. We're going to need brewing stands. Oh, it's stone slabs. Okay, that's a slight inconvenience, but not that much of one. So 2 brewing stands, and now we head over to our blood altar. I don't think I made any alchemy things yet, but let's turn the light off and put one of these guys in here. So eventually we'll have some cursed earth in there, and it will be nice. So it's running out of... it's not getting any blood right now, so we'll need to do something about that. Let's just get away, wait for some stuff to drop down, and... Alright, there is some stuff there. I want to get some more stuff spawned so that we get plenty of blood. But yeah, so this looks like, oh, because it's in shadows. Alright. There's some spiders. I really do need to figure out how to get rid of the spiders, because they are going to cause issues. I was thinking before maybe using a spike, but I don't know. Oops. Wrong button. Let's fly out here and fly far enough away for that stuff to deload. And that should be plenty good. Hopefully, there it is. Cool. And I can kill that guy, sure. Probably not much blood from a bat, but alright, I need to get in here. And kill that guy. Alright, so yeah, spiders, I don't really know how to deal with them. We could prevent them from spawning altogether but the problem with that is, one, it would make our conveyor belts a little less useful, and it would also just kind of decrease our overall efficiency. But this is going to be... Wow, there's so many baby zombies. Alright, I don't know why these guys are actually working. Maybe we do want to decrease the efficiency a little bit. Let's go ahead and turn that on. We'll pop up here. And we'll just do this kind of, I would say ghetto-esque, but what we can do is we can just put I'm trying to think, blocks like that. Because spiders do need a too high space to spawn, so we do this every other. And then there's no too high spot for them to spawn. And hopefully there's still enough space for everybody else. I think that's how spider spawns work. I really hope. Otherwise, we'll just kind of demolish that. We'll just demolish it and not worry about it. And I'll try to figure out something else to do. Alternatively, we could make a larger space. Or ideally, I don't know if there is. I don't know if there is like. I don't want to use blaze spawners, but if we could figure out, there are a couple of ways. I have done a little bit of research, because there is a draconic spawner, a stay blaze spawner, which is really good for a lot of things, and it's one of those things that I wasn't sure if it was something viable to use, because in order to do it, you need to have a vanilla spawner in the world. And there's no generation for anything, but there is actually a couple of different ways to do to get the vanilla spawner. I don't hear any spiders, so this might be good. So there's one. We're gonna want a third at some point, but I do hear spiders. So I'm wrong about how spiders work. I think if we do it the opposite way, that would work. Let's turn that on. We'll kill these guys. And let's come up here. There's a lot of stuff. And I really just want to kill the spider. Do not explode. Alright, that should work. And I think I'll try to make that a little bit different, but there we go. We have the other alchemical chemistry set. Alchemic, I guess it is, actually. So we'll get some more blood from him. Cool. So, I think fixing this the opposite way would work, or... Oh my god, I can't get in here. I can't get in here. Oh no. There we go. We could just go ahead and do... Whoops. We could just go ahead and do this. It's really going to cut our spawns down, but it will prevent spiders from spawning. They need a 2x2. The mobs will kind of move around a little bit, so I'm not too worried about them getting stuck behind stuff. I could always... Can I want to see, can I... No, I can't move those around. Um, Alright, so that was an experiment, but whatever. So we need to put that there. And so now we have the 2 alchemic chemistry sets. That is the first step. We also need 4... 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are part of the way there. So blaze lamp is just a bunch of blaze rods. We can easily go get that. So we'll worry about that probably last. So let's put that in there. And yeah, I don't want to eat spider eyes. Let's put spider eyes in here as well. Even though that stuff shouldn't be there. We do need to get some food. And you know what? We have so much of this stuff. I'm just going to take a stack of extreme chili. And that'll be my food for the next long while. So, we need the blaze lamps. That's easy enough. Salus Mundus requires a balanced shard. Now this is a little bit more tricky, but it shouldn't be that bad. So how balanced shards work is you need to have any shard, and then the other 5 aspects beside the one it is. So fire requires air, water, earth, order, entropy, whereas air requires those 4 and fire instead of air. So because there's 6 primal aspects, it's a balanced shard is all 6 aspects with a shard, where the aspect that you don't need is whatever the shard is. So water might be the best for us. So let's see what we can find. So we need air and water would be good from sugar cane, but we don't really need that. So we need something with order. Air could be feathers. That's not that bad. Water and earth. I believe dirt is good for earth. How many of these do we need? How many aspects? We need 2. 2 of each. So there's earth. Real easy. I know that blaze powder is fantastic for fire. So we get 2 of those. We have fire. So we have earth and fire. Now, Ordo, let's just look up the balanced shard. So Ordo might be a little bit more difficult. Lead has it, but there's a lot of other stuff in lead. Beeswax. Beeswax is actually wonderful for Ordo. Okay. So a single thing of beeswax will do what we need it to. So we'll do just that. All right. So we have Ordo, and it's a little bit more. So let's just double everything. Let's get 2 balanced shards. And now time for saturation. All right. So there's the common. We can put this guy in here. Actually, he is a purebred. I want to keep him in there. And we're going to go ahead and tell these 2 do their thing forever. So I wanted to put the rest of the beeswax away. Yeah, we have plenty of beeswax, so it's not too much of an issue. The only thing we can't do is fire. Actually, we should do 3. I realized, because 6. Yeah, so we need 6 of each aspect. So we need 3 dirt, we need 6 blaze powder, and we have everything. So we have earth, fire, order, water. We need air. And air, niter is really good. It has a little bit of earth as well, so we could actually get rid of a little bit of the other stuff. So let's get some niter. Niter is made from right here. So that's 6. We can take 1 dirt away and put 1 dirt back. And now all we need is entropy. So, Perdicio. Sawdust isn't too bad. Gunpowder. Gunpowder's really good, though. Gunpowder might be what we want to use because that's going to take away the rest of the stuff that we need. Wait, sandstone. Actually, no, let's do... Sawdust is nice. I mean, cobblestone. We'd have excess earth, though, and I don't want that. Envarblend. I think sawdust is going to be the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so that should be everything we need for the Salus Mundus. We just do this, and this is going to boil up for us here in a second. Alright, cool. So we throw in dirt, niter, blaze powder, beeswax, sawdust, and water shards. And that was easy. So now we can just go ahead and cook up one of these. I want to go ahead and scan the others, because that's going to give us a little bit of all the aspects. And let's scan the Salus Mundus. Easy enough. So there is that. And we can put these guys in here. Cool. So the only thing left to get, other than the blaze lamp, is golden chalk. And this is a little bit more difficult. We're actually going to have to get into Witchery. So we need Tear of the Goddess, which requires a distillery. We also need gypsum, which requires distillery. Both of those are pretty easy to get otherwise, but we need the distillery. So that is the next thing we're going to make. The distillery is pretty easy. Some Mana Steel, Arcane Alembic, Odor Purity. Okay, so most of the stuff isn't too bad. We do need Odor Purity, which is Hawthorn saplings. So let's see. Let's go ahead and plant this down. Let's sleep to get rid of this rain. And we'll make the distillery. Now, the distillery does need power. And the way it works with Witchery, power comes from nature. So we're going to need to grow a lot of natural stuff, rather. Trying to figure out what I'm saying. Let's see, a tombstone is a mana diamond, lava bucket. Okay, so most of this is pretty easy. So we need 2 gold. Actually, we probably need a little bit more gold than that. We need this Arcane Alembic, so we need 3 gold for 5 gold. Just take a stack of this guy. Do 3 plates, and let's just go ahead and punch down another. We've almost gotten, actually we've gotten over 100 millibuckets of that stuff as we've been working on other things. So the Arcane Alembic, I don't believe, no, we don't have access to things like Silverwood yet. That is going to be a little bit later, but we should be able to go ahead and do this. We need to throw our wand in there. There's the V filter. This, like so. There's the Arcane Alembic. That goes in the middle. We need 2 gold. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to keep our wand on us. We can get rid of the rest of this iron. We are going to need 1 diamond. We have 33 diamonds, so we're doing a little bit better on diamonds, which actually really nice. So we'll have to come over here. We'll get our mana diamond and our refined iron into mana steel. We're going to need a whiff of magic or 2. And a bucket of lava, which we can go down and get. And then I just need to grow that hawthorn sapling a couple of times and get some more saplings. And we should be able to get the distillery. So once we do that, I think we will wrap up the episode then. And like I said, next time we will start looking at actually making witchery power. So there is the attuned stone. We have everything but the odor of purity. So let's get our lumber axe. I was using that the other day just to chop down some more saplings, and we want some bone meal. Now, as we upgrade this stuff, we can also increase how much they can hold, which would be really nice. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Once we get an applied energistic system, I'm not going to worry about it. But let's go ahead and grow this, and then chop it down, and hope for the best with no monsters. And we'll do this a couple of times. So let's get like 4 more. I think that'll be good. So as long as I don't hear like a ding, we should be good. And I just heard a ding. And right there's the end. Alright, so we're gonna fly. And we're gonna kill him from a distance. These guys have a lot of health. They also drop a lot of random like saplings. And they're in twig, which is all really nice. Can I scan any of this stuff? I can. Cool. So hawthorn saplings are really good for order as well. And yeah, cool. So let's grow the other 2 and whoops, forgot it was on again. So as long as we don't get any more ints, we'll be good. Cool. So there's all that. Wow, a lot of saplings. That is good. That is what I want to see. We're going to want a lot of saplings with this stuff. So I don't know if you can automate them. I don't know if automating the witchery saplings causes the potential for ints or not, but we'll put that in here. The stuff. And we have a bunch of the wood. So I'm going to just stick some bone meal in there. So we have the odor of purity now. We should be able to go ahead and make the distillery. And that'll be pretty much it. So, boom, distillery. Can we scan this? We can. Wow, that has a lot of stuff. Alright, so the distillery. It requires more clay balls for the clay jars figures. They always do. And it requires power from an altar. So we're going to put an altar like here-ish. And we're going to make a couple things for it. We'll get to that next time. So, actually, we're going to put this like right here. Yeah, so we'll get to that next time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!